Hello, I am Senator Donzella James, and I represent District 35 in the Georgia State Senate, which includes portions of Douglas and Fulton counties. And as we begin this 2020 legislative session, it's important to start off strong, fixing issues that affect citizens of District 35 and statewide. That is why I've already pre-filed 3 bills with the intention of wasting no time on serving you, my constituents. And I want to talk to you about these bills and what they mean for the state of Georgia. I'd like to start with Senate Bill 280, which would probably prohibit the distribution of certain bags made of plastic film by limiting the number of plastic bags we distribute. We can help protect our environment and keep unnecessary wasteful bags out of the waterways. And this bill will not ban all bags, but will limit them to key uses such as dry cleaning, trash, and certain food items such as meat. This bill will allow us to take a huge step forward in protecting our natural resource system. And I want you to know why I introduced that bill. You see, in 1997, I introduced a bill called Zero Waste by 2020. And we coined the phrase all over the nation about zero waste. It was recycling, reducing, composting. It was doing things to reduce the waste stream and eliminate the need for landfills, because nobody wanted a landfill in their backyards. Well, here it is, 2020, and did we succeed in eliminating the waste stream? We did succeed in many things. We worked on the landfills, we worked on the brownfields, and we did recycle. But it's one element that we left out, and that was the plastic in the waterways, in the streets, and in the landfills. You see, they're not biodegradable. So we need to start somewhere. So maybe we can have a zero waste by 2030, hopefully. So another bill that I'm sponsoring this year in the Senate is Senate Bill 281, which does 3 things. It prohibits assault weapons and large capacity magazines, requires universal background checks at gun shows, and requires gun stores to properly store and secure firearms when they're not open for business. We want to make sure that we stop people from breaking into these stores and stealing, even Walmart, and stealing the items. And by implementing this bill, we will take the necessary action to prevent and to protect our citizens from the senseless gun violence. I don't know about you, but I am so tired of cutting on the news and hearing that innocent bystanders have been just slaughtered by automatic weapons. I am a carrier. Yes, I do have a gun. I do believe in the right to carry. But I don't need an automatic weapon, so why would anyone else, unless they're in the FBI or the Army? And lastly, I want to discuss Senate Resolution 537. This resolution will issue an apology from the state of Georgia for slavery and Jim Crow, and acknowledge with profound regret the injustice and cruelty suffered by millions during this period. Now, by passing this resolution, we will reaffirm this state's commitment to freedom and equality. And let me tell you why I introduced this. Well, it did pass the same resolution passed in U.S. Congress in 2009 and in the U.S. Senate in 2011, but it was never ratified by this state, the state of Georgia, which was a slaveholding state. In fact, just a few miles from the state capitol, where the Gold Dome is, where we make the policies of Georgia. They have one of the slave blocks that are still there. I just went to a conference in Savannah, Georgia, and we took a tour. And there, as if they're proud of it, was a place where when they left African shores, they brought the slaves and they put them there if they survived coming across the waters. So let's stop, let's back up a little bit, and let's just have reconciliation. So many people think, oh, the past is the past. But until we resolve some of the issues, we need to move forward after that. So it's just asking for an apology. And I hope that they will look at the fact that the Jim Crow laws prohibited us from even having African Americans in the legislature. It even prohibited me as a child in a Catholic school when all the Catholic schools came to the state capitol and I was in elementary school. Our school children had to stand outside of the state capitol of Georgia when all the other schools went inside and went on a tour. All we could do was tour around there. So I don't mean something that happened a million years ago. Yes, we need to ask for an apology, and we need to erase the Jim Crow laws that still hinder us. So these are just a few issues that I plan to address this legislative session. Yes, they are controversial, but they are very necessary. And I look forward to continuing to serve citizens of District 35 and the great state of Georgia. And if I can ever be of service to you, please do not hesitate to reach out to me or to my office. So I thank you, thank you. Welcome to the 2020 legislative session, and God bless.